Thanks for coming our way. I mean, it just elevates this event in so many ways, and what Caitlin has done, not just in on the court, but just in general for women and girls in sport, and such an inspiration and motivation. So, yeah, I really look forward to seeing your game tomorrow.
I honestly just got so triggered by Caitlin Clark's golf debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA, because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day.
If you're a basketball player but just a recreational golfer like Caitlin is, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespects the LPGA golfers by thinking she can go into this tournament and do.
Thanks for coming our way. I mean, it just elevates this event in so many ways. What Caitlin has done, not just on the court, but for women and girls in sports everywhere, is incredible. She's such an inspiration and motivation. I'm really looking forward to seeing her game tomorrow.
It's so nice. It was nice to kind of get to spend some time with her. We've messaged a little on Instagram beforehand, but to get to spend some time with her and to see the influence that she has on people, bringing people out here, and to see how amazing of an influence she is just for sports was really cool to see firsthand.
Caitlin Clark's participation in the LPGA golf event was the perfect move for her this offseason. The moment she stepped onto the course, the golf world witnessed the full force of the Caitlin Clark effect. The buzz her presence created did more than turn heads. It showed the WNBA what true appreciation looks like. The biggest names in golf were blown away by the...
Come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass.
The Golf Channel has made a significant effort in talking about Caitlin Clark.
Korda, one of the world's top women golfers, knew exactly how to embrace and appreciate Caitlin Clark. Her warm welcome stood in total contrast to the cold, jealousy-tinged reactions from certain WNBA players who've struggled with Caitlin's growing spotlight. Korda made it clear that Caitlin's involvement wasn't merely tolerated, it was celebrated. She went out of her way to make Caitlin feel included, showing the kind of genuine support every athlete deserves.
And a huge win already for the LPGA in terms of publicity. Now, what the LPGA does with this going forward, that remains to be seen. But given Clark and her love of golf, saying, she was going to go off and become a professional golfer, I think there's an opportunity here for the LPGA to capitalize and maybe make this into more of a partnership that could benefit both sides beyond just this one-off.
But that was not all the Golf
Channel has gone above and beyond in covering Caitlin Clark. And here's their take. Maria Fassi, a talented golfer from Mexico, was quick to praise other women in sports. And her reaction to Caitlin Clark speaks volumes about the impact Caitlin has had. Fassi's response overflowed with genuine gratitude, proving that when women lift each other up, success is shared. In contrast to the jealous tone from some WNBA players who struggled with Caitlin's popularity, Fassi showed the world what real sportsmanship and solidarity look like. Her admiration confirmed that Caitlin's influence stretches far beyond basketball and inspiring.
I think there's a lot of excitement about what's to come. Caitlin Clark is actually speaking as a part of a panelist this afternoon. So for those who are lucky enough to be in the room, that's exciting. Of course, people can watch it and stream online as well. But I know players are getting excited about seeing some of Caitlin's action tomorrow.
But that wasn't all the Golf Channel had to say about Caitlin. They dedicated major coverage not only to her appearance at the LPGA event, but also to the future possibilities of collaboration between Caitlin and the LPGA. Their broadcast was refreshing, highlighting how Caitlin's presence could elevate the visibility and appeal of women's golf while giving her a new stage beyond basketball. It was a perfect example of recognizing and maximizing potential, something the WNBA has struggled to do. The Golf Channel's message was clear. A partnership between Caitlin Clark and the LPGA could create a mutually beneficial relationship that lifts all of women's sports and serves as a model for other leagues to follow.
Yeah, I loved it. My dad played a little bit growing up, and then I remember for one of my birthdays I asked for golf clubs, and I got this like cute little pink set. It was probably from, who knows, like just the store up the street, and a cheap plastic, not plastic, but pretty cheap pair. I had them for a while. They were cute, and then eventually got some nice clubs, and you know, I really love it.
And still, the Golf Channel wasn't done talking about Caitlin. They continued to shower her with praise, emphasizing how her presence brought a new energy that lit up the tournament. The golf community showed an overwhelming level of respect, creating a blueprint for how true admiration should look. This stood in stark contrast to the lukewarm reception she's often faced with in parts of the WNBA golf. Showed what genuine recognition means, a lesson the WNBA needs to learn if it wants to keep its stars feeling valued and supported. At the event, Caitlin was asked how she got into golf, and her answer was heartfelt and inspiring. She described how it started unexpectedly and grew into something she truly loves. Her story revealed her competitive spirit and deep passion for sports beyond basketball. Here's what Caitlin shared.
This Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television.
Rachel Dita, a TV host and media personality, released a video explaining exactly what the LPGA got right and how it smartly embraced Caitlin's star power, something the WNBA failed to do. Rachel pointed out that the LPGA recognized Caitlin's influence and used it to elevate the entire tournament, while the WNBA missed that same opportunity. She emphasized that the WNBA should learn from the LPGA's example, celebrating and promoting its biggest stars instead of downplaying them. When Caitlin finally competed in the LPGA event, the entire golf world rallied behind her. Social media exploded with posts and live reactions, and the Golf Channel even went on air 90 minutes early to cover her appearance. That level of excitement made Rachel feel that the WNBA had undervalued Caitlin.
From this event, I have only seen and heard of positive things. I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic. I didn't hear one thing about there being too much spotlight on Caitlin Clark, and it should have maybe been on the professional golfers that are there. We didn't hear any of that. And those are the types of things that we have been hearing for the entirety of the WNBA season last.
It was a powerful reminder of Caitlin's influence and how far the WNBA still has to go in celebrating its stars. Here's what Brittany had to say. Her remarks were a masterclass in genuine support and admiration, the exact opposite of the envy Caitlin has faced from some within the WNBA. That kind of recognition is what helps athletes reach their full potential, a truth the WNBA must accept if it wants to keep its brightest star. And then there's Steph Curry, another basketball icon who also happens to love golf. Curry, a frequent participant in celebrity tournaments, was quick to praise Caitlin's multi-sport talent and her ability to captivate audiences both on the court and on the course. His words echoed the feelings of the entire golf community.
And for women's sports and basketball, and to have her at our golf tournament, I'm in awe. I got a basketball. I'm hoping she signs it for my girls. But it's just really cool to see her coming out. I've seen her swing. I think she has a great swing, and she has potential.
What Steph Curry had to say. Tiger Woods, the golf legend himself, also spoke out about Caitlin Clark, and his words were absolutely stunning. Known for being careful with his praise, especially for athletes outside of golf, Tiger was deeply impressed by Caitlin's performance and the energy she brought to the tournament. He spoke openly about her impact, her athletic ability, and her rare talent for bringing excitement to every sport she touches. It was a powerful moment that set the sports world abuzz. Here's Tiger Woods' take on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was not given the respect she deserved in the WNBA. I'm thrilled to see her finally receiving it from the LPGA. It's uplifting to see a community that recognizes her talent and makes her feel truly appreciated.
So somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot is like that, it's at that level. But if you really watch like her floor game, is as impressive. So it's kind of the total package, and her being the French breaking that record, and the amount of attention that she has gained over the course of these last couple of years. Every building she goes into, it's a different energy. Like, it's great for her, great for women's basketball.
Tiger's praise went far beyond a simple compliment. It was a masterclass in genuine recognition. It's shameful that the WNBA hasn't shown Caitlin the same level of respect that the golf community has. Instead of elevating her potential, the league has let jealousy and politics get in the way of celebrating its brightest star. The LPGA and the golf world have provided the perfect blueprint. Welcome greatness, honor talent. Caitlin Clark deserves nothing less. Then came Geno Auriemma, a legendary name in women's basketball, who made headlines for his controversial comments about Caitlin's participation in the LPGA event. He allegedly called her golf appearance disrespectful to the LPGA, remarks that shocked many fans. However, some have questioned the
basketball player, but just a recreational golfer like Caitlin is, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespects the LPGA golfers by thinking she can go into this tournament and do anything. There are actually fans that think she can make birdies or even pars. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's golf a bad name. So the kid is set up for failure right from the beginning.
Several online sources now believe that the Geno Auriemma video may not be genuine. The footage appears heavily edited, and many of the comments mirror statements he made months earlier on the Dan Patrick Show. Glitches and inconsistencies throughout the video have fueled speculation that the clip was altered to stir controversy. Regardless of its legitimacy, the conversation it sparked was real, about Caitlin Clark's career and the obstacles she faces both on and off the court. Meanwhile, Annika Sorenstam, golf icon and organizer of the tournament, had nothing but praise for Caitlin. She went out of her way to thank Caitlin for making time in her packed schedule to attend, calling her presence a true gift to the event. Here's what Annika said.
Coming our way. I mean, it just elevates this event in so many ways, and what Caitlin has done, not just in, on the court, but just in general for women and girls in sport, and such an inspiration and motivation. So, yeah, I really look forward to seeing your game tomorrow.
Annika's acknowledgement of Caitlin was both warm and deeply professional, a stark contrast to the cold treatment Caitlin has often faced in the WNBA. She didn't just compliment Caitlin's skills. She highlighted the discipline, focus, and relentless drive it takes to compete at an elite level in two sports. She spoke of Caitlin's resilience, her motivation, and her ability to inspire, qualities she called one of a kind. This praise from a legend like Annika Sorenstam set a powerful example of what true support in women's sports should look like. A lesson the WNBA still hasn't learned. Annika showed the world what it means to genuinely lift up another athlete, while the WNBA has too often let envy overshadow recognition of Caitlin's brilliance. Rachel Data, who has already been vocal about Caitlin's treatment in the WNBA, weighed in again, this time with even stronger words. She argued that the WNBA has failed to grasp just how much star power Caitlin brings to the league. Instead of proudly promoting her as a premier athlete, the league seemed cautious, even hesitant, to give her the spotlight she's earned. That hesitation hasn't just hurt Caitlin, it's held the entire league back. Next voice, the LPGA, on the other hand, immediately recognized Caitlin's potential and used her involvement to create excitement and anticipation. Rachel Dita explained how Caitlin's appearance at the LPGA event brought massive attention to women's golf, proving that a league can thrive when it embraces its biggest stars. The WNBA, however, appeared uncomfortable with Caitlyn's growing fame, a mindset that only revealed its short-sightedness. The LPGA seized the moment. The WNBA let it pass. Rachel described Caitlyn as a once-in-a-generation talent capable of attracting new audiences, media coverage, and sponsorship deals. Instead of celebrating that, the WNBA seemed more concerned about keeping other players from feeling overshadowed. That cautious approach, Rachel said, was a major missed opportunity. The LPGA's success in leveraging Caitlyn's star power should serve as a clear guide for how the WNBA ought to support its own stars. The difference between the two leagues couldn't be clearer. The LPGA understood Caitlyn's worth, while the WNBA let internal politics shape its response. Rachel also pointed out that golf's embrace of Caitlyn was the exact opposite of what she's faced in basketball. The golf world saw her as an asset who could grow the sport and attract new fans. The WNBA, meanwhile, seemed more focused on maintaining internal harmony than on maximizing her impact. Her message was unmistakable. The WNBA must wake up and fully recognize Caitlyn Clark's singular talent before it's too late. Next voice. The impact of Caitlyn's appearance at the LPGA tournament was undeniable from the moment she stepped on the course. The Golf Channel adjusted its schedule, starting its coverage 90 minutes early just to feature her performance. Social media exploded with posts, streams, and highlight clips. The excitement was electric, and it was obvious that Caitlyn's presence injected new life into women's golf. The LPGA knew exactly how to harness that energy, using her star power to draw crowds and turn the event into a celebration. The WNBA, on the other hand, continues to miss these opportunities. Instead of elevating Caitlyn as the generational star she is, they've treated her like just another player, a move that limits both her growth and the league's. The golf world's response was overwhelming, with fans, players, and commentators all applauding her talent and courage to step into a new sport. Rachel Dita summed it up perfectly. This is the level of support Caitlyn deserves. It's unfortunate that her own league hasn't shown her the same. Instead of celebrating her success, the WNBA seems more worried about managing egos, a strategy that hurts not only Caitlyn, but the league's future. Looking back at Caitlyn Clark's LPGA debut, one thing is clear. It was a glimpse of what's possible. When a league truly embraces its stars, the LPGA's open-armed welcome and public admiration for Caitlyn reminded the world of what women's sports can be when they stand behind their biggest icons. It was refreshing, and something the WNBA can't afford to ignore. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a player. She's a game-changing force capable of redefining women's basketball for an entire generation. But that can only happen if the league gives her the respect, platform, and freedom she's earned. The LPGA has already shown what's possible when a league supports its stars. Now it's time for the WNBA to do the same, to move beyond envy, embrace greatness, and stand behind Caitlyn as the face of its future. Because one truth is undeniable: Caitlyn Clark is a star, and stars deserve to shine.